This video is about the statement, angels and demons are human beings. According to Happeh Theory, all human inventions, both physical and mental, are based on the human body. Mental inventions refer to things like myths, religions, or scientific theories about how things work. In the Christian religion, there are stories about angels and demons. Angels are described as having wings and a circular halo around their head. Here is a picture of an example angel. The halo is the solid circular object above the head. Demons also have wings, but instead of a halo encircling their head, demons have two horns sticking out of their head. Here is an example picture of a demon. According to Happeh Theory, angels and demons cannot be imaginary mythical creatures. The invention of the concepts of angels and demons must be based on something about the human body, because all human inventions are based on the human body, according to Happeh Theory. If one of the notable characteristics of an angel is a circular halo around the head would be the natural area of the body to investigate for clues that could have been the inspiration for the stories about angels having a circular halo around their head. Here is the first example picture. This picture will be used for investigating the inspiration for the stories about angels having a halo around their head. Please take time to carefully inspect this picture for anything that might be a clue as to why angels are described as having a circular halo around their head. Were you able to find the possible clue that could be the inspiration for the stories about angels having a circular halo around their head? Here is the picture again, with arrows pointing to a section of the man's head. Inspection of this area shows that it looks like a semicircular bump raised up off of the man's head. The next picture has an outline drawn around the bump to emphasize its semicircular nature. If the natural curve of the semicircle is filled in, as shown in this picture, there is now a circle on the man's head. This picture compares the man with a circle on his head to the angel with a halo on her head. According to Happeh Theory, the mythical stories about angels are really stories about human beings who have physically developed in a particular way. Human beings who develop into a particular type of superior human being will grow a large circular bump on their head like the one in this picture. These people will be stronger and smarter than people who do not have that circular bump on their head. People with a circular bump on their head will usually be good people overall, like angels are supposed to be good. It is not always true, though, that a circular bump on the head means a person is as good as an angel. The circular bump on the head means a person is powerful and strong. People with a circular bump on their head might usually be good people like angels, but the power and strength indicated by the circular bump on the head can be put to any use. If the stories about angels are actually stories about superior human beings, then it seems reasonable to expect that the mythical stories about demons are actually stories about a certain type of human being also. Here is the next example picture. The picture clearly shows a large circular bump on one side of the man's head. This circular bump is completely different from the circular bump on the other man's head, as shown in this comparison photo. This front view of the man with a bump on one side of his head will be used for the next part of the demonstration. The bump in this picture is not as obvious as it was in the other picture. The side of the face with a bump on it will be copied, mirrored, and superimposed on the opposite side of the head as shown in this picture. The man now has two large circular bumps on either side of his forehead. Here is a comparison picture between the man with the bumps on his head and the demon picture. The demon has large horns sticking out of his head, while the bumps on the man's head look relatively small. Here is a picture of the man with bumps on either side of his head pasted onto a flat surface in a three-dimensional modeling program. This animation shows the bumps on the head slowly being pulled outwards as if they were growing. After the bumps on the head finish growing, they look like two horns sticking out of the man's head. Here is a comparison picture of the man with a bump on his head, mirrored to the other side of the head, and both bumps pulled out from the head so they look three-dimensional, and the picture of the demon. Both the demon and the altered picture of the man show a human or human-like head with horns sticking out of the forehead. This picture corroborates a claim by Happeh Theory that the stories about demons are based on something from the human body.